races where the fastest guy wins. The best car takes it. Simple. Then there's Talladega. Talladega doesn't care about favorites or expectations. It only cares about chaos.
Here they come, steaming to the line.
This gets dicier and dicier every lap.
This is NASCAR's fastest chess match. No holding back.
There he goes to make his move.
One bad push.
Rewind your middle.
One wrong move. Boom. You're watching the race from the garage.
Trouble, and this might be the big one.
Motorheads know you can be the hot young superstar or a legend. Talladega doesn't care.
It's chaos.
That's Talladega.
500 miles, one winner, no mercy. It's Talladega on Fox.
We welcome you guys to Talladega Super Speedway, the fastest track on the NASCAR schedule. 500 race day from Talladega. Get ready to go. Sunny on a clouded sky this afternoon race. Someone right there, just a couple hours, crossed that line first. The winner of the Jack Links 500 here from Talladega. It's set to get racing. And we welcome you guys trackside here. I am DWR here trackside from Talladega, and this is rearing up to be perhaps a very interesting race today. A brand new super speedway package, reduced horsepower is in these cars today to, maybe hopefully stop them from going upside down today from the crapshoot that we had in the Daytona 500. So we're trying to avoid that today, and NASCAR is trying to avoid that today. And hopefully it doesn't impact the racing one bit. Let's check out your top headlines going into today's race. It's been announced that the Daytona Summer Race will be run on a Friday night this year. Of course, Saturday is July 4th. And with great interest in the fans, NASCAR doesn't want to, run the race on 4th of July night, fireworks going on, and they also don't want to have a Sunday night race. So that race has been moved to a Friday night Cup Series Friday Night Lights from Daytona. And today as well, some driver changes. Jesse Love and Ryan Blaney are out with injuries suffered from a crash last weekend in Texas Motor Speedway. And this week, it's going to be Raja Caruth in the number 8 car and Todd Gilliland in that number 12 car today. Gilliland was supposed to run for Team Penske in a 4th car, but with Blaney injured, they just decided to put him into the number 12 car. Chandler Smith will be in the 38. So those are, in fact, your top headlines going into today's race. And I think, talking about a guy like Todd Gilliland with his starts for Team Penske earlier this year, substituting for Austin Cindric, who got injured in a crash in Daytona. And I think Todd Gilliland, pretty much, he impressed us, in my opinion. He impressed in that number 2 car. I think he's going to impress today, but his luck with front row this year in that number 38 car hasn't really been that good. At one point, he was top 10 in the standings. Now he's fallen back to in the 20s. I mean, just a season fall off already in the first quarter of the season for Todd Gilliland. And I think today could be the day that Todd Gilliland proves that he has the talent to go the victory lane and prove that he can drive a top ride. Fighting for the 22 car possibly. It's been almost 2 years since Joey Logano has won a Cup race. He won this race in the fall of 2024, went winless in 2025, had almost a shot to win it last week, but lost it after a late race caution, and then ended up getting into a crash with Chase Elliott's and then flipping upside down. Chase Elliott flipping upside down, that is, and he is, of course, in this race today. All fine and dandy right there. Well, now let's go trackside and let's get pre-race ceremonies underway with the invocation and our national anthem. We go trackside now for pre-race ceremonies.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute
as the Rehoboth High School Junior ROTC Color Guard from Dothan, Alabama, presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome from Baptist Health Citizens Hospital, Miss Barbara Embry.
Talladega, let's pray together. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for all of your bountiful blessings toward us. And yes, for this wonderful day that you've given us to experience NASCAR here at Talladega Super Speedway. We thank you for the organizers, every excited fan to Heavenly Father, the drivers, their teams, and their families. Now we ask you to be our God and bless us forth in this day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Fort Knox, Kentucky, the 100th United States Army Band.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
And we welcome you guys to the Talladega Super Speedway for the 10th race of 37 in 2026. It's the running of the Jack Links 500 here from Talladega. The biggest and baddest and fastest tracks. We talked about it in pre-race. New regulation changes going into today's race. And man, it's weird saying regulation changes. It makes it sound like F1, but this is NASCAR. This racing today is going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be pretty intense. And, from what we saw in Daytona, that race was an absolute hectic crapshoot, to say the least, if I had to say so myself. Today might be the same as well. If I had to pick one guy to win, that 12 car, Todd Gilliland. Ryan Blaney watching this race from home on the mend, and he wants to be back as soon as he can, but Todd Gilliland is trying to prove that he belongs in the top ride. And the engines have been fired. Cars rolling off here today. Austin Cindric and Kyle Larson will lead them to the green flag for today's race. Cindric, he's been on a kind of a hot tear since his comeback, and today he hopes to keep it clean. He doesn't want to end up in the hospital after today's race. like he was after the Daytona 500. And, this is Talladega. It's going to be crazy here, doesn't it? It's not going to let you, beat all over this old track. It's going to be tough on you. And just watch out for the big one. That's probably going to happen today. It probably will happen today. Maybe watch out for a surprise winner as well. Like I said, Todd Gilliland's might pick the win, but then fortunately we got cut off because of, me just yapping on. So, and the command to fire the engine. So, as these guys get ready, Cindric won here most recently in the fall. Now here he is on this Sunday afternoon here in the spring of 2026. Like I said in the pre-race show, 80 degrees today. It's kind of windy out today as well. Not a lot of wind. Nice, perfect, beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. It's been like that for, this week and last week. Bristol, we weren't so lucky. But here we go. Pace car about to duck off into turn number 3 and 4. The Toyota Camry pace car ducks off. Remember, the start-finish line is down near in the turn 1. Here they go. Those fans, they come to their feet. Sold-out crowd today from Talladega. And in the restart zone they go. Austin Cindric, Kyle Larson will lead them to the green flag, and we're racing at Talladega. Cars get up the speed down the front chute for the first time in today's race. Will it be Cindric or Larson leading the first lap? And it's gonna be a close one at the line. Cindric by about a nose leads the first lap at Talladega, and already these guys going bumper to bumper already, going too wide. No one's trying to push the issue just yet. Kyle Larson with help from his teammate already. Cindric has help from Larson and Byron's teammate right there in the bottom lane, Chase Elliott. But Chase Elliott has that Chevy right behind him. Alex Bowman, former teammate the last few years. And, Bowman, one of his best starts of the year, and he came out last week in his return. Did a pretty good job there. Was out most of the year with, about 4 races due to vertigo. Look at Austin Hill. He's an aggressive driver, and he's going to make it 3 wide on the inside of his teammate. That's going to put the 48 car, Carson Hocevar, to the top. Hocevar's not going to really have any help here, but he's probably going to help the 7 of Suarez, because Suarez goes up on that outside lane to work at the 48 car. 3 lanes already of traffic here on lap number 3 here at Talladega. Now you got Cole Custer going in that outside lane right there. 3 cars on that outside. That lane, that third lane, it's going to form here. It's going to form slowly. Byron now trying to go to the top side of the racetrack. Austin Hill now going to work with the 9 of Chase Elliott and Austin Cindric on that bottom lane. That bottom lane's more formed than the top lane. The top lane has more organization. And look at this. Austin Hill's still going to be aggressive. He goes to the inside, and Cindric's not going to have any help. Cindric still leads that lap, and they're about to make it 4 wide right here. Noah Gregson's going to be aggressive. 4 wide on the inside. Noah Gregson 4 wide on the inside. Now back to 3 wide. Hill goes up the track to go work with Kyle Larson. That third lane starting to form more and more here. And Austin Hill is going to take every shot he can at trying to get this slight lead here. He wants to get this win here, but he can't win the race on lap 4, and he can't win the race from 3rd place, obviously. I mean, you probably can't hear Talladega, but I don't know. It's going to take a lot right here. Chase Elliott right there going to work with the 3-car. Austin Hill. Larson, though, is going to get that run from the 3-car of Austin Hill. Cindric's going to go out of line. He's going to go to the middle, and first lap led all day by that 5-car, Young Bunny Kyle Larson. And Larson won here 3 years ago here in the spring. And that wild event right there that we had. And, you know, he wants to go out here and he wants to win again in the spring. It's been not that long since he's won Charlotte last season. Hill trying to go on that outside lane. He's going to have help from the 9-car Chase Elliott. That 4-car Noah Gregson's going to go to second. Stenhouse on the inside right behind him. And, you know, this is typical Talladega stuff right here. These guys with the slower speeds, too, that's going to bunch them up even more with tapered spacers and the closing rates on these cars. They are just so intense today. Probably more intense than we had in the Daytona 500 and of any super speedway race last season. There's Chase Briscoe on the inside, and he's had an abysmal start to his season, running in the 5th spot right now. Going to work with teammate Ty Gibbs on that bottom side. He's going to have that 45-car Tyler Reddick right behind him. And Tyler Reddick, he's a guy that wants to go to victory lane today. His last win was at Michigan in August in 2024. Was so close at our last drafting track, Atlanta, from winning that race, but he ran out of fuel late on a final restart. Larson still leading this race, though. Larson he's impressed me on these super speedways these last few years. Finally got his first win on one, but here comes Gregson, though, to the inside. Gibbs going to go with him, as well as Briscoe. This is going to help, I think, Noah Gregson go to the race lead. Here comes Gregson on that bottom lane, and Noah Gregson. Gregson to the lead at Talladega. Trying to get the laps led for Front Row Motorsports. They've won here at this racetrack before 13 years ago when they won their first race here. Michael McDowell won here 4 years ago for a second career Cup victory. But Ty Gibbs right behind him, those Joe Gibbs cars, they're going to flat out outrun this 4-car more than likely. Three Toyotas right behind that lone Ford right up there. And with no Fords, no manufacturer support, it could screw you over. But Noah Gregson, he's going to be fast, and he's going to lead his first lap on the day. Noah Gregson leads that lap to the lead. He goes at Talladega, but he's going to go up top to work with Kyle Larson. That's going to allow a big run, though, on the bottom lane. Here comes Ty Gibbs to the inside, and Ty Gibbs now is going to battle for the lead. Noah Gregson, though, is going to get a run on the top side here. You know, I'm commentating this thing like it's the final few laps of this race, but we're 40 laps to go in this race. 8 laps in, coming to lap 9 of 47 in this race here today. Noah Gregson still just on that top side, but Ty Gibbs is going to have a run on the bottom. Chase Briscoe nearly got into the 54, nearly got turned him around. Austin Hill's going to be on that outside lane. Now Chase Elliott's going to form a lane in the middle. He's going to force his way in the middle. Force Michael McDowell up the racetrack. Going to try to work with Carson Hocevar. Hocevar going to push his teammate right there. Pushing the 71 at the track. That's going to allow the 71 to fall back. Stenhouse leading that top lane and the middle lane in that middle groove. But Noah Gregson, I mean, still holding off these guys. I'm shocked that Gibbs hasn't got fully around him yet, or hasn't been able to fully get around that 4-car. Kyle Larson moves into second place now. And, you know, there was a time at the beginning of Larson's career where he wasn't really good at these super speedways. But as it seems like the last few years, he's really stepped up his A game in the next-gen era. Here he goes for the lead on the inside. Doesn't quite get it. That's going to be led by Noah Gregson once again. But he's going to have the lead once again here. Chase Briscoe going to push him out front. Kyle Larson back to the lead at Talladega. Back to the lead at Talladega for the number 5 car, Kyle Larson. But watch this top lane here. But it's not as lined up. It's not as formed as this bottom lane is. This bottom lane is significantly faster. The runs they've been able to get, they've been significantly faster. And you can see that car in the 4th lane on the inside. That is Chandler Smith in for Todd Gilliland today, who's in for Ryan Blaney in that 12 car. Chandler Smith was obviously always supposed to drive that 38 car, but not the 12 of Todd Gilliland, who's in for an injured Ryan Blaney. Big lead right there for Kyle Larson. Biggest lead anyone's had all day. Give it to him by just about 3 car lengths that lap. Yeah, and there's Chandler Smith right there on that inside lane, and he's a pretty solid stock car driver, pretty solid driver in Cup. He's pretty solid in trucks, and he's all right for the Cup Series, but right now he's going to go to third. Help with the draft right there. Suarez, the winner here last year in the spring, going to be third in line in this race and third in line, or fourth in line on the inside, fourth in this race overall as well. But Chase Briscoe on that top. He's going to lead that top lane. Whoa, 30, yeah, check up right there. Almost caused a big wreck right there, and that's going to be a big old checkup right there. And, oh, another one. Oh, who's that? Bubba Wallace, I believe, nearly making contact with Chase Briscoe and nearly wrecking right there. That was such a close call, but look at this. The 45 and the 5, Reddick and Larson have really pulled away from this field. And this is a pretty big lead. Tandem drafting right here from Talladega Superspeedway. But it's going to allow for these guys to go out front. That's going to kill their momentum, and that's going to allow the 7 of Suarez, who leads this pack behind him, as well as Byron. Those 2 guys are going to tandem draft as well. It looks like, these guys, they can lock bumpers, but they're not doing that at all. They're just pushing the air and manipulating the air on these cars to push these cars faster and push these cars more to the limit. Big run right there. Yeah, Reddick's run right there is going to die out on the top side. He's forced to go to the outside lane, and here comes Suarez, the second behind Kyle Larson. Suarez lifted right there to avoid not hitting the back end of the 5 car. He probably could have went to the outside if he wanted to, but no one's really willing to go up there just yet. Or Suarez isn't willing to go up there. We saw a few guys willing to go up there. Yeah, Reddick's just falling off. The speed's falling off right there. He's holding up these guys right behind him. We go on board Daniel Suarez right now, running right behind Kyle Larson. Larson's still out in front here from Talladega, and this might be his race to lose right here. I haven't seen this guy or a guy at Talladega in years dominate this race flat out. Here comes William Byron, though, on the inside. Bubba Wallace doesn't go with him. Wallace wants to go with the faster car. He knows Larson's the faster car, the better car. You got Carson Kvapil up there in 5th. Kvapil in that 77 running in 5th place in front of Chastain. Great debut, though, for Kvapil. I mean, great debuts the last 2 weeks by the 2 guys making their debuts in that number 77 car. For Southern, or for Midwestern guy, I'm surprised I'm gone more Southern, but it's Talladega Superspeedway. Larson, Byron, I mean, these 2 guys are really Byron this year. He's been impressive, leading the points. Doesn't have a finish, only one finish outside the top 20 all season long. That came in the second race of the year at Las Vegas. Finished 31st, 2 wins on the season. Austin Hill, though, on the inside is going to make it 4 wide with the 77 of Carson Kvapil having nowhere to go. It's just forced. He has to be forced back right there, losing the draft. Yeah, Carson Kvapil is going to fall back here a lot. But he's not falling back that 3 car. He's been upside, really inside this top 5, top 10 all day long. And he's on that inside with another Austin. Austin Cindric, who, I mean, just became maybe a new king at Talladega? One here in the fall race, one here. Or, well, that's his only win here. Only win on a drafting track, but he's qualified on pole. Fast and impressive all weekend long. And Cindric, you know, missed those 3 races with the concussion. And every week he's been back, he's stepped it up. Got the win in Bristol a few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. Trying to get win number 2 of 2026. Austin Hill, though, he's going to really push this 5 car out front. He was bumping him right there down the front straightaway. And here comes Austin Hill on the inside. Hill, the rookie in that 3 car. And Austin Hill to the lead at Talladega. It's not official just yet. He has to come back around and lead the lap if he wants to make it an official lead. He also has to clear that 5 car, which I think he will. He has the help of Cindric right behind him. Larson is his closest help. His closest help. I keep stumbling over my words. Is William Byron right there, who was about 5 car lengths now, back to win a half a car length to a bumper length now. Cindric now to the back bumper of that 3 car. And yes, indeed, first career lap led in the Cup Series. Austin Hill leads a lap at Talladega. Leads lap 18. And Austin Hill, one of those favorites to win today. You don't really see those bottom markers be one of the favorites to win a race, but at the super speedways, and especially a guy like Austin Hill, he's really good at the drafting tracks. He was good at the drafting tracks in O'Reilly. Had tough luck in Daytona. Had tough luck in Atlanta. Today, he's showing what he can do at these types of tracks. And putting himself as maybe a favorite to win today, or maybe a favorite to win when we come back later in the fall, or maybe come back in the summer in Daytona. Looking on board and out from the back bumper of the 3 car. Austin Hill lost the lead right there. Cindric, though, on the bottom lane with that Ford power on the bottom lane. Ford teammate Noah Gragson. Oh, he was almost late on that block there from is what I'm trying to say here. My God. I can't get my sentences out right today. I can't say the word sentences. Why can't I say it? We're going 3 wide, though, at Talladega. 3 wide at Talladega. Carson Hocevar forced himself on that bottom lane. He's going to have help with McDowell. Reddick's going to help Austin Hill on that top side. Noah Gregson's going to be stuck in the middle. He doesn't really have any help. Stenhouse, though. I thought Stenhouse was going to work with them. Stenhouse goes to the inside. And Cindric, he's been the guy with speed all day, it seems like. As well as Larson. Larson, though, has fallen back. William Byron, he's starting to fall back here. I'm surprised these guys haven't wrecked yet today. We've seen about a few close calls from having a big one. Chase Elliott, though, running in 4th right there. He has had a bad season. 30th in points. His best finish, I don't know what his best finish is. It's like 11th or something like that. But trying to get his best finish of the season today. Trying to maybe get his first win of the season today at Talladega Super Speedway. He's going to work with McDowell. He has his teammate on the high side, Carson Hocevar, coming up on lap traffic right there. The 29 car, Ryan Preece, Preece did not have a great start, falling off, lost the draft, and Preece about to go a lap down that 29 car for Kevin Harvick Incorporated. And I wonder, how much is this going to affect the field right here once they get up to Ryan Preece? It's probably going to hold up some guys. Might get some other guys maybe a run. Yeah, but here comes Chase Elliott right now, second. Oh, going up the track right there. That might be the smart thing. Maybe Elliott's going to use him as a pick here, going about 3 wide for the race lead. Well, they got to Priest, and well, I think my predictions were correct. Priest is going to hold up that bottom lane. That's going to allow the top lane, which, you know, really hasn't been the preferred line all day, to get that run. Going to separate these guys, and you can see there, yeah, that 29. He's going to hold up the 47. He's going to hold up the 12. He's going to hold up the 19, etc., etc. You can see there more guys move to the top, move to the middle line, the top lane. That 24 in the 5 car, Byron and Larson do. Now, the 29 is going to be forced right here through the middle, down the front straightaway. He's going to try to side draft off this 3 car. He's going to try to act like he's a normal lap car, trying to work for the lead here. I mean, as if he's racing for anything, really. If he doesn't get the leader any hell, then I think that's a fair move. He wants to get his lap back. He doesn't want to. He wants to run in the draft, is what I'm trying to say here. He hasn't ran in the draft all day, though. 2 car out front still. The 9 right behind him, the 48 as well. 200 cars right behind the 2 of Cindric. Hocevar running in 3rd, and Hocevar and Elliott. These 2 guys have had abysmal starts for the best team in stock car racing. And here comes Elliott trying to go for the lead on the inside. Hocevar going to the outside with Noah Gregson. Well, Hocevar is going to be left out to dry on that outside. Hocevar is going to be left out to dry. And that's going to allow the 45. And guess who's with him? That 3 car, Austin Hill. Working with McDowell. And Austin Hill, I mean, he's been able to manipulate the draft, I think, the best. Which I don't know if oh my God, if manipulation of the draft is a real thing, but that might be a real thing. Might be a real thing for Austin Hill, who's out in front leading this race. Here comes Tyler Reddick, though, on the inside. Reddick's going to work with, or Hill's going to work with Reddick. Reddick's going to work with Hill, vice versa. Chase Elliott on that top side doesn't have the run, and he doesn't have the help with the 71. Still 22 laps to go in this race. Still caution-free. 22 laps to go in this race. Got the 2 car Cindric, and we get a caution. Debris on the front straightaway. Yellow flag is out. Our first caution of the day. Comes with 22 laps to go with Austin Cindric leading this race. That might change everything here, because this is going to put these guys not through green flag pit stops. There's the pace car, comes on out. Cindric's going to lead him back to the caution flag. Will lead him back to the green flag. Assuming that would come out. Well, the green flag will probably back out around 17, 18 to go here as we get this race back underway. Well, these guys still going 3 wide. They need to get single file right here if they want to. There we go. They get single file now. Chase is going to go right in front of the 47. Byron's going to go right behind Stenhouse as well. So that puts out our first caution of the race here. 22 laps to go. Austin Cindric's our race leader. Leads Austin Hill, Tyler Reddick, Mike McDowell, and Chase Briscoe, the top 5 here from Talladega. And if you want to know an interesting thing about a guy like Austin Hill, it took him 2 years to win his first Cup race. Now he has 4 wins in his career, most recently coming at Bristol, trying to win his 2nd race of the season day at Talladega, which would mean the 2nd year in a row his 2 wins would be at Talladega and Bristol. Won the spring race in Bristol last year, won the fall race in Talladega. But he doesn't want those 2 wins to be months apart. He wants those 2 wins to be just weeks apart, 2 weeks apart. For Austin Cindric and his 2 wins. Well, I guess for William Byron as well, because he won the first race of the season and the 3rd race of the season. Byron won the most recent, I guess, traditional drafting track, traditional super speedway in Daytona. So as we're on the caution here, we're going to take a commercial break. You guys are watching NASCAR on YouTube and Speed. Welcome back to Talladega. Our ticker broke, and well, we have to go to the old one. And the YouTube logo is going to block it a little bit, so Sorry about that. Anyway, coming to a restart here. It's going to be 18 laps to go here from Talladega. Going through the restart zone they go. Green flag back in the air. Going down in the turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway right here. You can see Austin Hill is going to get a shove right there from behind Austin Cindric. His car is weaving and wobbling in the back of the track throughout the pack, trying to find a draft, trying to find the momentum here in these final 18 laps. They got 18 laps. They need to be maybe a little bit more patient. But here they come. The 17 laps to go. Austin Hill, the race leader, Cindric right behind him. Now going to have such a tight draft that Chase Elliott's going to have on the 24 car. William Byron's going to lead this first lap of the restart. Larson, though, Larson's trying to peek to the outside with Bowman there in the 31. Big check up right here. Gibbs and Custer get held up right there. Todd Gilliland in the 12 car. He's falling back just a little bit. Cindric now trying to look on the inside for the race lead. Goes back in line. And Cindric's going to push that 3 car right out in front. Not going to be quite edged up on his back bumper there. Not going to be quite lined up. And about 15 or so cars in this main pack. They separated themselves from the rest of the field. William Byron led that lap. I mean, he led it barely too by about a 10th of a second right there. 100th of a second, I think. Side by side still for the lead. And you got this gridlock happening right here. No one's able to get ahead of each other. The top lane's not able to prevail. The bottom lane's not able to prevail. They're kind of stuck here in the gridlock. Byron not getting the draft that he wants, the push that he wants, but he's going to get it right here in the front straightaway. Not getting it in the turns, I should say. 3 Hendrick cars up here. Bowman in that RCR 31 is going to make it 3 wide on the inside of Larson. Byron once again barely leads that lap over Austin Hill. The RCR cars today have been pretty fast. They've been pretty... I mean, I'm shocked that the RCR cars are running this good. They haven't been running this good all season, and here they are today, running up for the lead, potentially the win in this thing. The 2 Austins on the inside, Hill and Cindric, still working together. Who knew they'd be best buddies in this race? Larson falling back behind that 43 car. Eric Jones going to fall back to last in this pack. In this pack right here, he's probably going to lose it, or you might reel in the 8 car. Racha Caruth subbing for Jesse Love. Look at Bubba Wallace going through the middle right now. Cindric goes to the top side, through the middle. That's going to allow Suarez to go to the inside. Still side by side here for the lead. Hill led that lap barely. Hill's going to have a slight lead here. Elliott's going to be pushing all over the back end of the 24 car. Michael McDowell coming back out on the racetrack. He had some issues on pit road with the fuel and the oil in that car. Barely going to get by him. But McDowell's going to hold up more of the field. He's going to hold up more of the pack right here. Now separating this main pack to about 8 cars from about 15, 16. Might be 7 cars. Bowman's starting to lose the draft right here. Bowman trying to get back up there. Hill leads another lap with Cindric pushing right behind him. 3 wide in the back, 4 wide nearly. They're about to wreck right back here. They're about to wreck for 10th place. 4 wide up on the high side. Not McDowell. Oh, that is McDowell, sorry. That is McDowell on the top side. Nearly in the wall. These guys are going crazy. They want to get back up here to this main pack. They have a shot at it. Carson Hocevar, the Hurricane, is up here leading that pack. Chandler Smith nearly in the wall. 4 wide once again on the front straightaway. How are they not wrecked? Oh, Quapple gonna make it tight there on the 38. We've seen like 3 or 4 close calls today, and they haven't wrecked yet. One caution in this race. That was for debris on the front straightaway. A fan threw a cooler onto the racetrack. That was idiotic if I had to say so myself, but now they go back to 2 wide back here. Oh, they know if they go back, they know if they go back to 2 wide, then they then they know they can maybe get up there and maybe have a shot at it. But look at Larson though. Larson's gonna make it 3 wide, 4 wide, almost 4 wide, still 3 wide. And no one's able to gain a charge on this main pack right here. No one's able to gain a charge just yet. They need to kind of calm down here. They need to go back to 2 wide is what they need to do if they want to get up here. They can't be going 3 wide right here. But all these guys, they want a shot at a win in the NASCAR Cup Series. And they know what's at stakes here. Well, I mean, with no playoffs, they don't get a playoff spot. But they can get bragging rights and a lot of points to help them in the championship. Kosovar leading this group right here, leading this pack, and this is the biggest pack on the track right now, and they have almost wrecked about a few times. There's a fan, I think, on the front stretch catch fence. Oh, it's Richmond 2014 all over again. We got a caution, understandably, because we've had a lot of catch fence crashes over the years here. Caution is out for a fan sitting on the catch fence. I think someone was a bit too drunk, and I think their buddy probably made a bet $5 for him to climb the fence. I mean, that's not smart at all. Security's down there, the local county sheriff's there. I mean, these guys are still racing by him fast. Oh, they tackled him from the stands. They tackled him down. And man, they are roughhousing this man. I mean, that might be straight up police brutality right there. But, I mean, it's all for the safety. And I think it's better than taking a car to the face. So caution is out for the second time today. First time, both for fan interference. First caution was for a fan throwing a cooler onto the racetrack, which spoiled a bunch of good Busch Light. And I think this fan had too much Busch Lights and will probably be taken in for public intoxication. But enough of talking about drunk fans. Let's talk about Denny Hamlin towards the back end of the field today, running in last right now, running second to last, running in 40th. He comes in this race 4th in points. I think this is going to kill his, well, not really kill his run. It's going to kill his run for now, I think. But just a bad day. Tough luck for Denny Hamlin, that number 11 car, who, you know, we thought he might have a chance at winning today. Doesn't quite have that chance, running right behind Daniel Hemrick. Kozlowski with an issue, I think. I think he accidentally killed, or put the kill switch on the car, from what we're understanding. We're going to take a break. You guys are watching NASCAR on YouTube and Speed from Talladega. Welcome back to the Talladega Super Speedway. Single file restarts for the drafting tracks and the plate tracks in 2026 for the remainder of the 2026 season, due to all the safety issues that we've had with all the flips, and as well as the issues we had here in Daytona. Here we go. It's going to be a 5-lap dash to the finish here. Byron Hill. Byron gets a good launch off. 5 laps to go here from Talladega. Well, Chase Elliott didn't get a good restart right there. If Elliott, I don't know, it's not going to be out the window just yet. Let's see Cindric going to be all over the back end of the 9. That's going to allow him to get a run so far. Single file. Some cars in the back, middle of the pack, jumping to the outside, jumping to the inside. Chastain to the outside, to the inside. Way in the back, that's about for somewhere in the 20s. But our main focus is right up here for the race lead. William Byron leading Austin Hill around this racetrack. Still no one up here trying to make a move just yet. They're still going to be single file. There they go. There's a first move. First move is going to be with 4 laps to go at the line. It's going to be 4 laps to go. Hill goes to the inside. 4 laps to go. Close lap. Close one right there for the lap lead, and give it to William Byron barely. Here comes Austin. Hits Cindric. Cindric pushing Hill out front. And Alex Bowman third on the inside. Third inside on the inside groove. Hill's going to try to block that tops lane. Luis is going to try to fake out Byron, trying to stop the draft, trying to stop that momentum. Elliott, teammate, working with Byron. You got the 2 Hills up here working together. That 2 RCR cars. Here comes Bowman, though. Suarez. Bowman with Suarez on the bottom. Can't quite get there just yet. Time's ticking out. 3 to go for Austin Hill. Could be Austin Hill's first career win today at Talladega. It's been 25 years since 3 cars won here. Byron's going to get shoved to the outside lane. Byron, no help. He's going to lose the draft. Bubba Wallace now to work with Chase Elliott. Wallace working with the 9 car. 24. No help. Chase Elliott trying to pick him back up. 24 is going to lose a lot of positions. Oh, he's going to force himself in line in front of the 43 Jones. Coming the 2 laps to go, this time by. Suarez, does he try to push the 31 right here? Oh, Bowman's going to go to the inside with with Briscoe right there on the inside. 2 laps to go for car 2. Cindric led that lap. Cindric trying to get his 2nd win of the season. Now Elliott's going to get left out to dry. Elliott's going to lose the draft. Here comes Carson Hocevar. 4th in line on the inside. 4th in line on the inside. Cindric got the block. Or not quite yet. Alex Bowman's going to be 2nd in line. Does Bowman go out in line here in this next lap and win this race? Here they come to the front straightaway. Coming to the white flag. Cindric leading Bowman, leading Suarez. Bowman goes to the inside. And look who's with them. Carson Hocevar is going to work with them. Final lap for Bowman and Cindric. Bowman and Cindric side by side for the lead. Bowman's going to edge ahead. Bowman's going to edge ahead. Carson Hocevar looking for his 2nd career win. Bowman pushed in front. Bowman trying to hold off 2 lanes of traffic. Top lane's going to get more cars right here. Top lane's going to get more cars. Might be more organized. Coming through 3 and 4. Bowman with the aggressive block. Here they come to the front straightaway. Bowman, the block, Hocevar in the middle track. He goes at the block to 2. Here comes a big run on the inside. Will it be Bowman, Hocevar, Bowman, Hocevar, and it's Alex Bowman winning at Talladega. Alex Bowman wins at Talladega, his first win since September of 2024 at Chicago on the street. Bowman wins the Jack Links 500 at Talladega. What a finish. What a hell of a race. What a race. Bowman wins it in a photo finish by a nose over Carson Hocevar, the guy that took over his ride. And guess what? Bowman has a win before Carson Hocevar does at Hendrick Motorsports. I think the Bowman fans are going to love that. Hocevar fans, they're going to be pained. Here comes Alex Bowman to burn it down. For his first win at Richard Childress Racing. This is their first win at this racetrack since Dale Earnhardt won here. Or not Dale Earnhardt, since... This is their first win since 2011 when Clint Boyer won here in the fall. That 31 car got second, and it was a photo finish that day. Alex Bowman burns it down. First win for RCR. Been a while. It's been 3 years since that 31 car's won. Justin Haley won at Texas last time. This 31 car. How about that for Alex Bowman, though? Alex Bowman becomes the 7th different winner in 9 races in 2026. Joins William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Connor Zilisch, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Ross Chastain as winners in this pretty chaotic season. Oh, he's doing a burnout on the front straightaway. He's pumped. He's pumped up. I don't blame him. And he's doing a slide through the grass. Hell yeah. How about that? This is his 14th career victory. 14 wins for Alex Bowman. 3 different numbers, 88, 48, and 31. He's still going at it here on the front straightaway. I think he wants to give the fans what they deserve today. By the way, no big wrecks today, and everyone finished the race. That's great. I mean, some guys were a couple laps down, but everyone finished the race. That's good. I'm still nervous about Daytona in July, but I think that gives me a little bit more confidence. Chevy wins the spring race for the 2nd year in a row. Suarez the winner last year. Bowman obviously the winner this year today. RCR used to own this place in the 80s and 90s. I mean, they don't quite anymore, but I think they can with a guy like Austin Hill in that 3 car. Did so well today, and I think with Alex Bowman today, I think that can give him a stroke of confidence going into next week from Kansas. Oh, he hit the pit wall. Bowman hit the pit wall. Now he pulls it behind victory lane, or behind the wall, driving that thing to victory lane. I don't know if that was the right entrance. It's going to be a... He doesn't know where to go. Oh, he hits the fence down there. He's hitting walls. He's hitting fences. I mean, luckily he wasn't the catch fence. There he goes. Now he finds the right opening. Goes right by the Sunoco gas station. Right in front of you. Yep, right in front of you. You found it. And there he is. He's going to pull in the victory lane for the 14th time in his career. First time since Chicagoland, September 29th, 2024. Or Chicago Street Course, September 29th, 2024. His last win. Got booted out of Hendrick last year. We'll kind of have maybe a little bit more on the story when we come back with the NASCAR victory lane. But how about that? What a drive. What a race. Driven by Alex Bowman, giving RCR a win. A win. Last win coming at St. Louis last year with Kyle Busch winning that race. So it's Alex Bowman getting his first win for Richard Childress Racing and first win in a year and a half. His 14th career win, and he gets it in thrilling fashion at Talladega. We'll come back with NASCAR Victory Lane. Alex Bowman gets it done today at Talladega. We'll be right back for post-race coverage. Your team not going to stop Alex Bowman from going to victory lane in a thrilling Talladega race, which, by the way, has no record. But Alex Bowman pulls it off for his 8th career win. I know I messed that up. I'm off by 4. and it's RCR's first win at this racetrack since 2011. Since that's happened. We welcome you guys into NASCAR Victory Lane here. I am Dylan Walker. We welcome you guys into this race. It was somewhat of a thriller today, team by team. You know, it was kind of a gridlock there, but luckily we didn't have the traffic race that we had at Daytona. It's kind of a good change of pace right there. Good change of pace. We get a new winner this season. Alex Bowman, different winner, 2020. Points guys like William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Connor Zillett, Ryan Blaney. Austin Strickland, 2026. How about that? And, Alex Bowman, we talked about him. His birthday was yesterday. He turned 33 years old. Feels good for 33. Let's check out our point standings. William Byron still has it. His point lead grows up to 50 with 11 last week. Christopher Bell still holds that second spot right there. Everyone inside of this top 5, top 10 really is within a race or a race and a quarter of within each other. It's going to be such a close championship battle, and look at who's in 5th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has had an amazing start to his 2026 season, as well as Daniel Hemrick, who's been good all season long in that number 16. He's off almost to a contract extension, which would extend his contract to 2028 or 2029. So it's going to be a 2 to 3 year contract for him. Larson's up there, 8th in points. Denny Hamlin falls back to 9th. He was 2nd in points just a couple weeks ago, but he's had a rough past 2 weeks here. In the NASCAR Cup Series, that puts him back to 9th place in the standings. He hopes to rebound next week in Kansas, where he's won at a couple of times before. And there's one guy I really want to talk about on there, and it's not rookie Connor Zillett. It's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's a guy that we did not expect for him to be this good this season. You know, I think he's better than most people think. I just am shocked that he's a top 5 caliper driver that he's been throughout the season. That's really shocked me to see him in 5th place in points, above guys like, Denny Hamlin in the top 10 in points, Hamlin back there in 9th. He is pretty much a race away from being outside the top 10 in standings, which is where the whole, I think, your best chance of winning championships being in the top 10, what I'm trying to say here. I'm not having a stroke, people, I promise. But it's Talladega. You're gonna have some of these guys are just gonna have bad days. They're gonna have good days, and I think we're going to be back to normal next weekend in Kansas in the Heartland. But let's take a look at our highlights, though. But it's really only going to be a highlight because we're going to take a look at this final lap here. Coming on the white flag, Cindric leading it. You can see there, but Bowman goes to the inside. A great move right there from Alex Bowman, and as well as a great move for Carson Hocevar. Hocevar goes down. He helps 31. Suarez there. He's running in 2nd right here. He doesn't have the momentum and the push from the car behind him, Austin Hill. And you can see there on the bottom lane, Chase Briscoe. He gets the run. He gets that push to the 48, and the 48 is going to push to 31. But the top lane down the back straightaway, Suarez starts to get a run. That lane starts to get formed up top. More guys actually go to the outside than the bottom, and the top lane seems to get a run right here with Austin Cindric. Then watch Alex Bowman right here. I thought he was going to wreck off the front bumper of the 48 of Hocevar, but off at turn 4, he makes this gutsy move right here. He goes upside, up to the racetrack to block the 2 car. This allows the 19 to get a push to the 48. 48's going to get a big run to the line. It wasn't enough. Alex Bowman gets the win by a nose. And this is Alex Bowman's first win since September 29th, 2024. The 18th of his career. And we take a look at his wins by seasons that he's had a win. Since he got his first win at Chicagoland in 2019, 2020, 1 win apiece. 2024 went off on a hot streak that year, won 4 races. The next year goes on and wins about 7-8 races. The graphic shows it right there. I can't really see it right now, but and then 2023, 3 wins, a hat trick of wins. 2024, 1 win. Last year went winless, got booted from Hendrick. This year gets a win with RCR, and you know, a win already for that team is just so good, so magnificent for that team. Well, unfortunately, that's going to do it for our coverage here. We go on to Kansas next week for the Advent Health 400. That should be an exciting one, like always. Can Bubba Wallace go back-to-back there? We had a thriller there in the fall. But that does it for our coverage today. Alex Bowman is the big winner from Talladega. We'll see you guys next weekend from Kansas. This has been NASCAR on Victory Lane. This is DWR Speed and YouTube. Alex Bowman, the showman, is back on top in the NASCAR Cup Series. Have a good night, everyone.